Hola amigos, and welcome back to season 2 of I Survived La Chancla. My name is Carmela, and I am your host. I am really excited to have you here with me for season 2. In this season, we dive deep into the real stories behind modernized parenting and the stigmas that carry with being Hispanic, like controlling dynamics, absentee parents, and single motherhood. Every week, we will explore the unique challenges faced by many today, navigating cultural expectations to breaking the cycle of trauma. We will explore it all with honesty and humor. Whether you are a survivor, a parent, or simply curious, there's something here for everyone. So go grab your cafecito and let's get this started. Hey, and welcome to my podcast, I Survived La Chancla. Today is season 2 premiere, and I got someone that's gonna help bring it in.
You can call me whatever you want. Tonight you can call me whatever you want.
Lema. I don't know. Okay, so my homie ZUZu.
Oh. Damn.
Okay. So welcome to my first episode of season 2. Sulema, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Having a good time, chilling with you. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, we can do anything.
We can do it.
Okay, I have a special surprise actually for some of the viewers.
Yeah.
When the viewers come in, I got a surprise. Okay, I got a surprise. So with New Year's being around the corner with Christmas and the Tamales season and all that, I know we're gonna grub, and you know what I'm saying, there's just like, you just can't have one tamal. You just can't. Like, who does that? Who does that?
People,
you don't
have control.
You can't have control with tamales. I can't.
Una vez al año no hace daño.
Yeah, right. Did you make tamales this year?
I did. I'm planning on making
them
for Christmas.
I'm all like, what?
New Year's. They were limited this year.
I see. Okay. I see where I stand. No, you make some pretty good tamales though.
Thank you.
Yeah. What else? What kind of food do you make like around this time?
Maybe some pozole.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
The green pozole. Just like soups.
Yeah.
Turkey, of course. We had turkey for Thanksgiving, but planning on making tamales for, I guess, New Year's probably.
Do you make buñuelos?
I've made them before. Yeah, I'm not making them this year. No.
I made them the other day because Alex wanted to taste them, so
yeah.
I made some. They wouldn't quit.
How do you make them?
Like if I'm
like making
rolling the tortilla and then with the fork. I used to see my grandma. It's cool. I wish I would have had my grandma's recipes though. I wish I would have like really paid attention to what she was doing, but I didn't. So like with these type of foods, it's in our culture. It's tradition for us to eat these kind of foods around the holidays. So we people tend to gain a little bit of weight, maybe a little bit of weight. And then January, everybody's like, I'm gonna lose weight. And have you ever lost weight when you said that? Or you just lost weight when
I just had the idea, but I never took action.
That's, I bet you 90% of the United States, their resolution is going to be something gyms, about weight.
Memberships go on sale. Everything.
Yeah. And so that those kind of foods, that we eat, they are in oil, like the buñuelos, and then all sugar, all sugar. If we ate these more than once a year, I think everybody would have diabetes. I mean, because that's a lot of sugar. And
once a year or
more than once a year.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that you can only do once a year. So I think
weight, being healthy, you know, being active and everything is important. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Definitely.
Are you an active adult?
Do you want to know what I think I should say or what the truth is? No, I try to be. I'm very active at home when I'm cleaning and stuff, you know, cooking. Just kidding. No, yeah. I have an elliptical in my house.
Yeah. Do you use it?
Yes.
You do? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I started using it.
It's not a coat rack like everybody else is like.
It was for about a year.
Dang. Who's on there? Oh, hey, Norma. That's my prima. Always showing
What's
up.
up, prima?
Welcome to my premiere of season 2. I Survived La Chancla. Oh, there's another prima. Hey, what's up, Cynthia?
What's up, Cynthia?
Woohoo!
We drinking some Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Wepper. We were just talking about the foods that we eat, you know, and traditions that, you know, we carry on with the food.
Chilling with my Snowy. And you guys.
Oh, no.
What kind of drink you got in there?
I forgot what I was saying.
Diet Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper Zero.
Oh, shit.
Okay, welcome. So we're talking about like the foods, tamales, the buñuelos, and how they're like fried and, you know, horrible for your health, but they're so good. And in our culture, our numbers are high. Like obesity, like the Hispanics are the highest.
Really?
And Mexico is actually higher than the United States by very little.
Oh.
They have more adult women in general. We're like a 70% obesity in the United States. Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. But then again,
I'm part
obesity.
Of that percent.
Me too. Me too. But it
That's crazy. I believe it though. But you know, we were born in the land of maize, girl.
But is that the bad part?
Yeah, it's flour. It's like carb, right? Carbs.
I thought it was like a corn tortilla.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maize is like tortillas, tamales, like all that.
Okay.
The maize.
I knew that.
The Mexican flour.
So what was I forgot what I was saying. As I did research, I learned a lot about obesity. And remember in school too, I had to do a paper on obesity. They asked us to write or to research a disease that we were affected by, either personally or that we're affected by. And I chose obesity because, you know, I lost my mom to obesity. And it makes me think now, like, why didn't I go for a walk with her? Why didn't I, like, push her more? You know, like, why didn't, you know, like, I wish there's always going to be wish, coulda, wouldas, but.
I don't think you knew the severity of it.
No, we didn't.
You didn't know that. I don't think your mom even knew the severity of it.
Yeah, she had been through so much, and so, you know what I'm saying, came up like nothing, so I don't
There's so much more education, too, about it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's different now.
Yeah, a lot more information is out. Like,
how much did she weigh when she passed away?
I think when she passed away, she probably weighed like 400, maybe
really?
Like 350, 400. My mom was big all my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, she struggled to do like her daily basic tasks, you know, like if she was mopping or sweeping, she would have to sit down in the middle of doing it, you know, and then she would or she would do it sitting down. And I saw her struggle, but I also saw her like really try, you know what I'm saying? Like, she did the milkshake, the no shake, and the, you know, the papa diet. I mean, she did it all of them. And there was one that kind of, you know, it fit her. She lost like 100 pounds in 3 months.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, girl, she even went off of insulin for a while, and she was like twice a day insulin. So she lost all that weight, and yeah, she was able to get off the insulin. That was, you know what I'm saying, cool to see that she really put it, because it was a whole program that she had to do, and you had to stick to it, and it was the consistency.
To see the results.
Yeah, and she saw them. I'm glad she got to see that, you know. But it's just like, like you're right. We didn't know the severity, because obesity leads to depression. Depression leads to other, you know what I'm saying? It's just not depression to heart failure, but obesity, heart failure, you know, arthritis, and then a lot of us are not insured, don't have health insurance, so you go undetected for a long time, you know. But that's what I have some information here today to some of the solutions that some of the organizations have came up with to educate the community more on obesity and the severity of obesity. A lot of things that factor in to obesity, I would have never thought in a million years would had anything to do with someone being overweight.
Really?
Yeah. First of all, someone being overweight, it doesn't necessarily mean they're lazy, they don't want to, you know what I'm saying, they don't want to work, I mean, they don't want to move, or they're active. There are some like that. I'm not saying all of them, but I'm saying the, what was I saying? Oh my God, I just went.
You had a brain fart?
Yes, I did. Oh my God.
About being overweight, like some of them are willingly overweight, but some are not.
Yeah, and so like being on medication that can make you gain weight.
It's the Dr. Pepper.
It is. Sorry. And it's a lot of other factors go into obesity that I never, you know, would have thought. First of all, every 4 out of 10 people are considered obese. But you got to think about what they consider obese is probably like 100. Yeah. What do y'all guys think?
What do I have to weigh at my height? Like maybe 115?
I think mine was like 125 or 130 or something. I'm like, man,
That's like both my legs only.
I didn't even weigh that coming out of my mouth. I was a baby. and that is not even considered the Hispanics. Like the Hispanics are higher than that. Like they're higher than.
That's why we're happier, and that's why we're so wonderful and fun. And,
Right.
we know like the ambiente, like la música, the food, everything, spiciness. That's why.
It's like, how are you gonna change that? That's part of our culture. That's, you know, like you're gonna have fat-free tamales. I don't want no fat-free tamales.
Drinking non-alcoholic beer. But party.
Hey, my dad did that.
He did?
Yeah, my dad did that. You know, one time we had a slumber party, and my aunt got those little wine coolers that were non-alcoholic, and so we had the birthday party, and we were all drinking, and we thought we were drunk. They didn't even have alcohol in them.
How old were y'all?
Like 12.
Yeah. I think we've all done that before somehow.
Yeah.
You got a hold of something. Some of y'all really did feel like that.
Man, I remember my uncle, they were having a cookout at my grandma's house, and I remember me and my cousin, we were sneaking in through the back. We were trying to get a beer, and and then my uncle caught us, and he was like, "Oh, y'all want to drink? Y'all want to drink?"
Everybody got an uncle like that, right?
And then he was like, "Go get a spoon." I'm like, what? Go get a spoon, both of y'all.
A spoon?
And bring me the beer. Yeah, and bring me the beer. And I was like, what are we going to do with the spoon? He's like, poured a little bit of beer in each of our spoons, girl. And he's like, and I was like, what do we do? He's like, slurp it up, drink it. We did that shit. Oh my God, girl. After like 5 of them, I was like, ugh.
Wow. How old were you?
Probably like 12.
También? Man.
No, we were younger. I think we were like 10 or 11. Yeah, but I remember I was like, whoa, slurp beer out of a straw. I mean, out of a spoon, you get drunk. Like I was telling you, with the United States being one of the most developed countries, we have like 70%. Some states are above 70% in obesity rates.
What is Texas? Do you know?
No, I didn't check Texas. I didn't check Texas. Mexico is a little bit higher. They're right there. They're right there with us too. But like some of the factors that I would have never really put two and two together with this would be like the lack of knowledge, like we were talking about just now, the lack of knowledge of, not knowing the severity of it, or what can happen, and the resources. There's no lack of resources, meaning like oh no. Sorry. Lack of resources, meaning no healthy, there's no access or lack of access to healthy, affordable food.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's too high, like it's expensive. It's expensive to try to eat healthy. So that's what the reason not having that. You know what else? It was crazy. Environmental factor is not having safe sidewalks to walk, or a safe place to exercise or like be active, play. That's why the Hispanic boys are one of the teenagers, adolescents. They're high in they're higher than the girls in obesity. Yeah, because there's no safe places for them to play. Either they live in a low income neighborhood, or where it's not safe, or there's no sidewalks.
Wow.
Yeah, and language barriers too. They don't have people out there, in Spanish educating the community.
Yeah.
Because lack of the language barrier. And with that, one of the solutions that I came up with, but they came up was something like that. Talk about that. You have anything to say, Sulema?
No, that's interesting, but.
And I checked my facts.
Hey, let me see, Google.
Jordan says I'm 70% right. I'll be spreading fake news.
Hey, if you believe it, just believe it.
Right.
No, yeah, it's a big deal. Because another thing that I feel affects our culture, well, at least maybe not my generation, but the one before, is they never want to go to the doctor. Mm-hmm. Me duele, siempre agarro un dolor aquí en la espalda. And you're like, since when? Oh, since I was like 12.
Yeah.
Like, did you ever get it checked? Nah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like an old, I'm like, yeah.
I try to get all my exams in every year, you know. The pap smear. You need to get pap smear done.
Yeah.
That's
now it's not every year. They recommend it every 3 years.
Whatever your doctor says, whatever pays your insurance, just do it, because it's very, very important. 3 years, something can happen in 3 years. So I would definitely do more than that, especially
if you're sexually active.
Yeah, especially if you're heating up the torta down there.
Con el chile.
So definitely, get your blood work done every year, so like what your A1C is, what your triglycerides are.
My who?
Your cholesterol.
Yeah.
Make sure you have knowledge of what that is, so you know what you need to work on for the next blood work comes.
Yeah.
It makes you feel very proud when you see those numbers getting better or something.
Yeah. I recently went to the doctor, and they had me go do blood work one time, and then they had me go again, and I was like, why? Well, they were checking the numbers. Apparently I had a fatty liver, but it wasn't from alcohol, from Dr. Pepper. It was because I was fat. So yeah, and so with that, she told me not to take Tylenol. She's like, do not take Tylenol, like take that out, do not take it, ibuprofen only. And then she said that just the numbers were pretty, they were pretty bad. And as time, like within 3 months, that's when I started the all meat diet. I brought it all the way down, and I haven't got it
Because
back
you
up.
lost a lot of weight.
Yeah,
Like in the past 3 years. Like
Yeah.
a lot.
Since COVID is when I started working out. I didn't want to
Yeah.
be inside with my kids. I'm like, fuck that shit. I was like, they're not gonna work out. So.
Well, thank you.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but it was around COVID time. And also because this kind of like hits home because not only am I big, and I know I have an unhealthy lifestyle when it comes
Do
to
you?
my. I think so. I try
Most
not
of us
to.
do. We're just in denial.
Yeah. And then because of my mom, losing my mom to this too, it makes me more aware. Like I don't want my kids to hurt for me. I don't want my kids to be crying like I cry for my mom. I don't want them.
If you can avoid passing from health issues like that.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to do.
I thought about treating my kids like shit so they wouldn't love me, and that way when I died they wouldn't hurt for me. They wouldn't cry for me.
Really?
Because it's hard, man. Like sometimes when you like without your mom or whatever, you just like
You don't want to get attached?
So
Because it hurts.
yeah. Yeah. What's up, Mr. RC? Ooh, we got number three. Okay. So another one was, let me see. The doctor said I was gonna start doing this shit, and now I do.
Oh my gosh. Girl, I've had a prescription, for the glasses, and I'm like, I don't really need them. Me talking about my tios, I'm doing the same thing. The other day I was like this. And I said, oh my God, I saw my mom, my uncle, my aunt, my grandma, and they just went.
Did you go get the prescription?
Yeah, I have the glasses now.
Now you can see. Is it for close up?
Yeah, it's for close up.
So you're farsighted.
I don't know.
He said, I don't know. I just wear glasses.
If that means I am, then that's what it is. It's crazy getting older, but definitely make sure that you use your insurance every year to get those yearly checkups because they're very important.
I had $600 allowance for my eyeglasses, and I was like, can I do contacts too? And they're like, no, you can only do one. I'm like, and then so I got a pair of Michael Kors, and then she was like, what accessories do you want? I was like, what can I afford? She goes, you can afford anything on here. I was like, give me some of that. Give me some
Contacts then.
She gave me a pair to last me until New Year, so I can go get them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I was like, I just need to be able to see because like it's getting bad.
Oh, because they're getting your glasses done, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that one I thought was interesting was that about the not having somewhere to go play, somewhere safe to go play, and I would have never and the poverty. The people in poverty are more likely to become obese. It's crazy though, because you would think like you're poor, you're poverty, you're poor, but yet you're overweight. But because people think, oh, it's eating a lot. It's not just eating a lot. It's what you eat. It's the stuff that you eat. So it's not necessarily mean that you eat a lot.
Yeah.
It's just and
in poverty, the communities don't have safe places.
No access
sidewalks, nice parks, gyms even.
Yeah.
Businesses won't really build around there.
Yeah. The wealth accumulation is low, and the poverties, and the Hispanic communication, and some socioeconomic factors.
Hey, you didn't tell me we were gonna do math.
Is like
science.
The income. Well, the income goes with the poverty, but education and occupation.
Oh, okay.
So, like occupation. Okay, how do you think? What do you think about that? Like occupation,
a fast food restaurant.
Oh, okay.
There used to be this lady I used to work with. She was, short, and she was overweight. She was round, and she would always say that she worked at Granny's for like 20 years. And when she started at Granny's, she was slim.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, well, what did you do? She's like, it was the cook. She was the cook.
Oh.
I said, did you taste everything?
I could imagine, because you eat free.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's the environment too. It's just, I don't know. Stress can also make you gain weight.
Yeah. You know, staying up late also.
So I recently had my yearly women's yearly check, and I told my doctor, can you do a hormonal check on me? Because, you know, I thought uno mirando TikTok and shit, you know, and you're like, do I have low chromosomes? My chromosomes wrong.
Girl, don't listen to the internet.
So, you know, you're like, maybe that's why this panza won't leave. That's why I'm always tired. That's why I'm always craving sugar.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, Dr. Lema.
I know. TikTok girl. So then I tell him, he's like, what do you need your hormones checked for? And I said, because, you know, I've been feeling this way. He said, do you get your period every month? And I said, yes. He's like, is it normal? And I said, yes. He's like, then you're fine. Nothing's wrong with your hormones. He said he did check like my thyroid and like some other stuff, you know, but everything came back good, you know, gracias a Dios, like everything was fine. But I was gonna tell him, well, TikTok, you know, said he was probably gonna look at me crazy.
Hell yeah. Girl, TikTok had me in the damn restroom for like 2 hours doing a 5-minute hairdo. I was like, this time I'm gonna do it. This time it's gonna work.
Girl, I was like, see, that's why I have it. That's why I look like that. That's why I feel like that. I have low chromosomes, or something's wrong with my hormones. Fix it.
Dang. Yeah, that premenal is no bitch. Oh.
Are you going through that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of chilly when I got in here.
Yeah, I was hot.
I was like, is the AC on?
I had the AC on and the windows open.
I was like,
and I'm over here with the short sleeve shirt. Oh man, those hormones are no joke. They are no joke. And then like they get emotional. I don't like getting emotional. And then Jordy's always like, every time I like, for anything, don't tell me you're gonna cry.
And you got a bully.
I was like,
oh my
do I
God.
cry a lot or what? Because don't tell me you're gonna cry. Are you crying? I was like, dude.
Yes.
I started thinking, do I cry a lot? Like, have I showed tears?
My daughter had an emotional breakdown last night, and I was like, what's going on with her? I was just hugging her, girl, and telling her it's okay, you know, and then she'll think about another thing to make her cry. And then another thing, and I'm like, which one is it? Like, why are you crying?
I tell the kids, I was like, man, don't worry about grown-up stuff. You know, like, worry about kid stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want them to grow. I don't want the kids to grow. Because I feel like my older ones, they had, you know, they grew up fast. And so I don't want to, you don't have to, like, put that on them like that. But, so...
Then they become assholes. Like,
I'm not saying nothing.
I saw someone crying, saying how, you know, their kids hurt them and beat them up and stuff. And
Oh, I saw.
Pobrecita.
I saw this one. She was like, I got a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old. And they punched me and they kicked me. Excuse me.
I wanted to cry for her. Like, I could feel her pain.
And the other, that commenter, I don't know if you saw the comment.
I didn't even want to look at the comments.
No,
girl.
he goes, you know why? Keep gentle parenting.
Yeah. Gentle parenting is not for everyone.
It should be for nobody.
It's people should know gentle parenting when it comes to like emotional things. But there's also a limit to that too. Like, you don't want to make them like too vulnerable. Because oh my God, I don't even want to talk about that right now. That's like a whole nother. If you got teenagers or young teens, I don't even know. I think they need to start changing the age for the teenagers.
I know, right? It should be like 10.
10, yeah.
It's crazy. You see these kids, man, like, there's no way. You know, like, you really...
You know, another, back to what we were talking about, your mammogram. Have you had a mammogram done?
I've had one in the past, but not in the recent past.
Yeah. Those are important too.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, those are important. Those are very important.
How was your first time when you had a mammogram?
I was a little uncomfortable. I think because, like, I don't know, just for some reason I just feel like, hey, there's my no space. Like, I don't know.
You can't touch it.
I know you shouldn't feel like that. You should, you know what I'm saying? Because, I recently lost a prima to that. To breast
really?
cancer. I think I don't know if it was breast cancer, but it was cancer, and at a young age, you know, and it is.
That's scary.
It is.
That's very scary because that you don't know that. That's why these checkups are important. You know, to catch things fast. To
That way they can do something. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one of my school, another friend from my hometown from Frisco, I saw on Facebook too that she was starting chemo too, and I was like, I could not imagine. I couldn't even begin to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Girl, it's sad. Like, my mom passed away from cancer. She was 59. It was hard. It was hard.
And then can you is cancer preventable? I mean, like that kind, or is it, I don't know. I've never really.
No, just I believe it should be, right? I mean,
I don't know. I don't know.
That even our food is just like. And my sister's going through chemo now.
Oh yeah, right.
Girl, my sister, and you see her, she's always
Shout out to
happy.
Lydia. I mean, Lydia. Olivia.
Olivia. She's very positive, very faithful. But this chemo is kicking her butt sometimes.
It is.
But she had a tumor in her head after she did radiation. She had bleeding. She almost died because all December she was basically in the hospital. Maybe out of the whole month, 3 days she was home.
Dang.
Maybe like 10 different blood transfusions on her. She had a big tumor in her pelvic area. Had cancer there. Had a tumor in her brain.
Wow.
Had to have surgery. Girl, unbelievable. You know, how do you know you can prevent that? You know, it's just things that happen, but it's good to find out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
As soon as possible.
It
I'm
is.
really proud of her. One of my aunts also, she recently just finished her chemo. So we're praying for her too. You know, so I think my grandma had cancer. I don't know if it's hereditary, but it's something that we need to find out if it's there ASAP.
Well, I don't know if isn't there a test that can tell you what diseases you're gonna have in the future, like in the future or something. I don't know if that's one of the, I don't know, but I think I heard something like that. You could take a test now, and it could tell you what diseases you are gonna get or what you are.
Really?
Yeah, or something like that. I know I didn't make it up. I'm gonna look it up because I'm probably spreading fake lies, but I could have sworn I saw something. I'm gonna check though, but yeah, it's something like that where you
Somebody check and tell us that.
where you can do a blood test, and they can tell like what disease. Like I think they do it for Parkinson's disease and stuff like.
Certain thing. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's certain things. I thought it was. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not sure. Don't get me lying. That's probably like 80% true. I don't know.
I think
the way I see it. And so the next one that I had was the lack of access to quality healthcare. Being uninsured, you know, a lot of, because you know people come from Mexico, it's not just given, you know, they don't get it here like somebody that's from here would, you know. So I think that makes it a little bit
I just think they make it difficult for people to get, like, you mean like Medicaid or CHIP?
Yeah, all that. Like, well, there is a way to do it, but I think like
it's
not
a marketplace.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying it's cost. You have to pay for it. It's not free, you know. So I think lack of
it is free if you are low income, where they know that. But you'll be paying at least $4 or nothing. But everybody gets confused about the marketplace insurance, girl, because somebody can come that's like, oh, I can get you free insurance, you're not paying, you know, for the month. They fail to inform people that it's based off your income. So if you make 60,000 a year, you know, and they're putting that you make 20 or 25 and you qualify for no cost, right? And then at the end of the year when you do your income tax, it's like, oh, you made 60, not 20. So you get charged for what you should have been paying at an income of 60.
Oh, shoot.
So they end up taking it from your taxes if you have taxes. If not, you're going to owe. And you have to report that to the IRS.
If you're uninsured?
Unless you're uninsured, you don't have to show anything. Just but if you did get insurance through the marketplace, you have to have I think it's the I-90. Let me make sure. I'll let you know, but you'll get it. You should. A lot of people are already getting that. You know, you have to save that because you have to make sure. And then if you don't want the insurance anymore, you have to cancel it because then it'll go the next year.
Oh wow. Are you doing taxes this year?
I need to get my IP10 number, the tax number, so I can be authorized to do income tax. But yeah, it's so upsetting when people were doing their taxes and they're like, "Well, I didn't know." Like, I said, "Did you pay for your insurance monthly?" And they're like, "No." I'm like, "They're gonna charge you because you made this much," you know. So yeah, that's tricky about the insurance in the marketplace. You have to be honest about it. If you overpaid, they return it to you at the end of the year with your income tax. But if you underpaid, you have to pay that.
Oh wow, you got some free tax advice.
But Medicaid, you know, they make it hard sometimes for people. Like my sister had a really hard time with trying to get insurance, you know, and she's got a big family, and you know, my brother-in-law has a decent job. He has a job that pays enough, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they have 4 little kids, so it's the Medicaid should be used for, you know, people that need it, mm-hmm. or even chit, you know, but they make it hard sometimes.
I know sometimes, like at work, there'll be an older person and they're like, I'll tell them their their copay is $1,800. $1,800, and they're like, why can't pay that? You know, and they're already like, you know, so it's sad that for a couple of dollars, you know what I'm saying, somebody could die, like just because they didn't have $1,800 that month. You know, this medication, because I work, you know, with chronic diseases. You know, it's the stuff you got to take every month to maintain, and so it's sad. Like,
yeah, I bet.
And they're like, what am I supposed? And I'm like, well, that's why I'm calling you, you know, to offer copay assistance or whatever. And then, okay, well, and they're like, still, I don't. But it's sad that there's even a choice, you know, like that. If you don't have this money or this copay assistance, you don't have this whatever, the assistance or the whatever for the medication, then, you know, that's it. You just stop taking it, and just whatever happens like that. When these pharmaceutical companies make billions, and you can't, like, I'm pretty sure you got some shit on the shelves that you know what I'm saying, you could, well, they do samples.
People, yeah.
They do samples, but there's a lot of people that go undetected, you know what I'm saying, with their screenings and all that, you know, if they have any undetected for years, because like you said, they don't like going to the doctor. Just like, why go? You know, why?
And my sister, she did her yearly pap smear stuff, and it happened after miscarriage. Because, you know, but it was scary. That's why don't eat so many tamales.
Yeah, I mean,
buñuelos, pozole.
Oh God, I gotta make pozole before the end of the year.
Pan.
Pan dulce is a shit.
Pan with chocolate.
Cafe, girl. What you talking about?
Coffee too, girl.
Dang. I'm like, dang.
It's one of those days that you want that because it's like raining today.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
Yeah. Another one is body shaming. Like in our culture, I think there is body, like with the older generation, because I remember like some of my tias saying, "Pues estás bien gorda," like, you know, like, just like, don't get, like, no shit, lady, I know I'm fat, you don't have to tell me every time I see you. Like, or, you know, and then so I think that makes some people it registers in their head like, okay, I'm fat because my tia said it all my life, you know, and so I'm fat, and then they get that, and then an eating disorder, and then just
or they become overweight,
or eating disorder. I mean, so it's like, damn, our culture's doomed.
No,
but there are some changes. Yeah, there are some changes. Hola, Simon, ¿pa dónde te fuites?
Todavía andamos aquí, compadre.
I was looking at they were saying genetics played a role. I was thinking like, because my mom was big, I'm gonna be big, but that wasn't it at all. What it is that it's you live with somebody for all your life, you pick up their learning habit, you pick up their eating habits. So you take those poor eating habits, and then you go on as an adult, you continue those poor eating habits, and then you put those poor eating habits on your kids. Sorry, Jordan. And they're, you know what I'm saying? Like the poor it's a continuous cycle that needs to be broken, because
like if you take a walk every day with your kids, they'll be used to that, and they'll do the same thing when they become adults. Or just by themselves, you're just keeping them. That's hard when you don't even want to do it.
I know, right? It tripped me out because like last year around this time, I was working out like a lot. Like I would go run like a mile, 2 miles.
I remember.
And I had to stop because of arthritis, right? Even though I lost weight, the arthritis was horrible. Like my legs, like my foot, when I walked, it literally felt my ankles were gonna crack and break. Like I could not walk.
How old are you?
Girl, I'm like 19. No,
that's jodida, yeah.
Or 3, I don't know. But and it's sad, girl. I was like, what? But it's because of all the poor decisions, unhealthy decisions that I made prior. Now I'm paying the price.
Yeah.
So, and arthritis is not something you can just be like, oh, I got rid of it. I mean, you can like reduce the flare-ups, with losing weight, not having all the.
I hope I never feel that.
God, it's the worst pain, girl. When you can't even lift a cup of Dr. Pepper sometimes. It's arthritis. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. I remember my grandma se estaba sobando. She would sob out her hands. She would go back and forth, and she would put that green alcohol. Now I got green alcohol by my bed. Yeah, but I used
to put it in your hands, girl.
It worked. Yeah. I got the first time I got high was with my grandma. She got me high.
Oh, you gotta say the story now.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you story time.
Yeah.
My aunt was leaving. She lived with my grandma, and she had something to go do. So my aunt had asked me if I could stay and watch my grandma for a couple hours, and I was like, yeah. And she goes, whatever you do, she takes this pill at 9:00. And I was like, all right, bet. She's like, whatever you do, she takes this pill at 9:00. I'm like, all right, I got it. So we're sitting there watching Maria del Barrio, and I remember, I think it was 9:00 because the novela was over or something. And I got up and I'm like, all right, abuela, tienes que tomar la pastilla, right? And she's like, yo no me voy a tomar esta pastilla. And I'm like, grandma, dijeron que te tienes que tomar la pastilla. Yo no me voy a tomar eso, tómatela tú. I was like, okay. Oh, I took it. It was a fucking Darvocet. I was like,
you took it?
My grandma told me to take it.
What?
Girl, I was sitting down. I was laying down on her floor. She had her bed, and then like a little space, and the TV was on a dresser. And I was just sitting there chilling. Girl, I remember I just saw like birdies go around and all. She was like, whoa.
Did you like it?
I think I did. A little too much. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so, and then my aunt came back. She goes, did she take the pill? She's like, no. She was like, what do you mean she didn't take it? She's like, no, she didn't take it. I was like, I took it.
She told me.
What? I think they even called poison control or some shit. She told my mom. I was like, well, grandma told me to take it. Like, my grandma told me to jump over the cow. I'm going to jump over the cow,
That's
so
funny.
People nowadays don't have time to go for walks. It's like everybody's on the go. Like nobody like, hey, let's go for a walk. Let's, because you don't have time. You got, if I got time for a walk, I got time to be doing this, what I'm saying, something that needs to be done. And I think I had a hard time doing that. Like whenever my schedule would change, I'd be like, I need to put like running or go for a walk at this time, and it would, if my schedule changed, it would just mess up my whole thing.
Yeah, that's what it did to me.
Like now too with the kids, I drop them off. I only got like 15-20 minutes before I gotta go to work, and then when I get off, I got like 15-20 minutes before I gotta go get them. So it's not like I get some work time, but that's it. Yeah. So
we just got excuses.
I know, right?
I got some too.
Another thing is like now people rent out rooms. You know how like a lot of people you see like they're renting out rooms. They don't have access to kitchens. Like people who rent rooms don't have access to kitchens.
Yeah.
So they rely on fast food.
Food.
Yeah.
Yeah. DoorDash.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so that one. So some solutions that some organizations were coming up with that would benefit and would help maybe turn this around, is the first and most basic one, which is exercise regularly and eat healthy, which is obviously we all know that. Even if it's a little bit, like, try to park far when you go to the grocery store. Park further out. Park a little further out. It doesn't have to be a lot. It's baby steps. Because once you start doing those baby steps over and over, you're gonna want to do more. You're like, oh my God, I could do this. Like I could do more. So you'll go and le echas más ganas to do more. And so it's just baby steps, and the eating healthy part. Oh my God, that's hard. Tacos are so good. So what these organizations are doing is they're getting together with churches in the neighborhood, in the low-income neighborhoods, and they are making it accessible where they can take blood pressure checks and other screenings, the basic screenings.
Okay.
And they have compiled a list of doctors that are Spanish-speaking or have Spanish-speaking staff. So that way, and they're like free of charge. So these doctors, all... You
have that information?
I will link it below. I will link it in the, I'll link it below. But yeah, I do, I had that information. I should have, but I'll link it below. So, anybody, or if anybody that's going, needs to get pressure checked and doesn't know, look in your local churches. That's something that's coming up that they're doing. And, offering more nutritious programs, not only to like WIC is only for women and infants and children. Okay, what about like the other people too? And that's food stamps. But not everybody gets food stamps.
Holler at me.
I know, me too. I first that.
20%.
And it ain't even dollar for dollar. I heard
90%. But you know what? That is one of the things that has made a big change. The food cost.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, yes. You leave the store with $100 worth, and it's like 3 bags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
It's just crazy.
It is.
The lettuce is getting more expensive. Like the fruits, the vegetables.
I bought butter for $6 yesterday.
The eggs, girl.
They go up and down though. The eggs.
At my Walmart, the big box of it. I think it's 5 dozen. They used to be like $8. They went up to $13, and then about a month ago, it went up to $16.
I seen them $25.
And now they're $22. I said, I just bought some like 2 weeks ago.
Dang.
What y'all doing?
There's a shortage of hens.
I know.
Or chickens or whatever. Damn. So, wait, who's that? Jordan was third. Who else third? Fourth? No. It's the next one.
What?
Simon would have gotten it. Or is that? Who's the fifth one? Jordan was third, right?
I can't see that one.
I think Jordan was third. But Crystal, she's fourth. I think, and Simon was fifth, but he's not.
I shouldn't be on here, huh?
Yeah, and so
upgrade my brain.
The what?
Upgrade my brain with technology.
Oh, and then finding ways to implicate healthcare through nutrition. Like, just get them to go to the doctor. Try new, I don't know. 'Cause that's like teaching the old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
¿Para qué quiero ir? Nomás me van a mandar un bill.
Oh, yeah. Or, they don't want to find things out, I guess, too.
They act like they had to pay right there. I'm like, it's just, your birthday's when?
Nobody should feel that way.
No. And then I think another thing that could help is making the sports accessible to the low income people. Because to go play, to go put your kid in a sport or something, it's like $400 or $500, like football or something like that.
A lot of places have sponsorships. Mm-hmm. You just have to apply before.
You have to ask for them. Yeah, that you do.
Like our school, for them to be in the soccer, instead of paying $120, they're paying $40. Or instead of $60, it's $40.
Yeah.
It's there. We just got to look for it.
And a lot of people don't know about it.
Yeah. And some places don't have it. You were saying, they're not accessible to those programs.
Yeah. Well, if you are thinking about putting your kid in sport or whatever, just know that there are financial programs that they offer. You just have to ask for them. They're not gonna put it out there, but they do they do have them. Just to ask. Well, we're getting to the end of my episode. I have a segment at the end of the show that I'm gonna start. It's not gonna be Nosy Neighbor no more. It's gonna be...
Oh man, I had a lot of cheese, man.
Pendeja Chronicles.
I had a lot of those too.
My pendejadas, girl. I got so many pendejadas. Well, the one I'm gonna share this time, man. My first one.
A sneak peek.
A sneak
pendejadas.
How I lost my tooth with the straw. A drinking straw.
That already sounds like a pendeja.
It was a pendeja moment. Well, it was one night. It was gloomy, and I'm just...
Oh shit! She's setting it up.
No, I had a straw in my mouth, and then I just put it over my tooth. Don't know why. Now that I say it out loud, it doesn't sound like a good idea. I know, but just go with me. Just go with it. So I stick the tooth up there, and then I started seeing that it got stuck, right? And I'm like, oh shit, I got a tooth sticking out of my mouth. I mean, a straw sticking out of my mouth. What am I gonna do? So I started yanking it, right? And then all of a sudden, boop, I hear something fall on the floor, and I was like, what the hell was that? And so I got the straw, right? And I was like, oh wow, that's my tooth right there. My tooth came out.
Is this a piece of corn?
So the next day I was looking for something, and I saw the other part of the tooth on the floor of the truck. I was like... So yeah, I lost my tooth with the straw. Fucking pendeja. Fucking pendeja, man.
Well, today I was jingling all the way with my...
Oh, day.
I'm walking by.
They can hear you.
That's crazy, girl.
Yeah, so now I got this big old gap right here, right? And I'm like...
Is that what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened right there. And I knew they saw it. People could see it on the video, I'm not trying to hide it. But, yeah, there's a story behind it.
She's proud of her.
Just don't take a picture of this side eye. Okay, so that's a wrap. Is there anything else you would like to add, or...
Go do your checkups. Go and use your insurance. Make time for it.
The benefits end at the end of the month.
Some of them have them on Saturdays. Make sure you're in network with the doctors that you use. They just ask them, and they should let you know if you don't want to do it yourself. But use your insurance, because it's important.
Yeah. Also put some numbers and stuff on the bio, so y'all can... reach out to these places anybody that maybe needs to get their blood pressure checked or whatever, at least you know now where you can start, like looking for something like that. Go to the local churches. And like I said, I'll link the information. I appreciate everybody for, watching, and you for coming. I really appreciate it. So next Friday, I'll see y'all for next Friday.
Say no to the 5th tamal.
Right.
Save it for tomorrow.
Para la mañana tempranito.
Con un cafecito.
All right. Well, y'all have a good one.
Take care, guys.
Bye. Se bañan, se tallan y se toman el agua. Peace. Tell him. Don't talk to him, ¿eh? ¿Qué chico? ¿Qué quiere?